Thanks and regards everyone. I am Dr. Nilanjan Sonnigrohi, third year PGT, Department of Physiology, Barwan Medical College. Today, my topic of discussion is cardiac output, its measurement and its effects and its regulations and different parameters of cardiac outputs. So objectives of the discussion is definition, measurement of cardiac output, variations in cardiac output, regulation of cardiac output, heart-lung preparation, cardiac and vascular function curves. Some facts about heart is about 4.8 inches tall and 3.35 inches wide, weighs about 68 pound in men and 56 pound in women, beats about 1 lakh times per day, beats 2.5 billion times in an average 70-year lifetime, pumps about 2000 gallons of blood each day, circulates blood completely 1000 times each day, pumps blood through 62,000 miles of vessels, suffers 7.2 mild CAD deaths worldwide, millions CAD deaths worldwide each year. Now what is cardiac output? Cardiac output is defined as amount of blood pumped out of each ventricle per minute. Cardiac output is expressed in two forms, stroke volume and minute volume. Unit is liter, ml per minute. For young healthy men, resting cardiac output averages about 5.6 liter per minute. For women, this value is about 4.9 liter per minute. With increasing age, body activity diminishes. The average cardiac output for the resting adult is often stated to be almost exactly 5 liter per minute. Experiments have shown that cardiac output increases approximately in proportion to the surface area of the body. Therefore, cardiac output is frequently stated in terms of the cardiac index, and this cardiac index is very much important. And what is this cardiac index? It is the cardiac output per square meter of body surface area. Cardiac output is frequently stated in terms of the cardiac index. Average human being who weighs 70 kg has a body surface area of about 1.7 square meters, which means that the normal average cardiac index for adult is about 3 liter per minute per meter square of body surface area. And this cardiac index, assume that both of these people's heart pump 3 liters of blood per minute. Who feels better? The smaller one, because he has less body surface area. Variation of cardiac index with age, it is plotted in this curve, and cardiac output is plotted. That is cardiac index liter per minute per meter square in the vertical axis and age in years in the horizontal axis. So this is the curve. Now in this table we can see that the end diastolic volume, typical value is 120 ml and normal range is 65 to 240 ml. End systolic volume is 50 ml and normal range is 16 to 143 ml. Stroke volume is 70 ml, normal range 55 to 100 ml. And the ejection fraction is 65% and normal range is 55 to 70%. Heart rate 75 beats per minute and normal range 60 to 100 beats per minute. Cardiac output 5.25 liter per minute, normal range 4 to 8 liter per minute. And here we can see that there is no change in sleep, moderate changes in environmental temperature, and cardiac output increases in anxiety and excitement 50 to 100%, eating 30%, exercise up to 700%, high environmental temperature, pregnancy in later months, epinephrine, high altitude due to hypoxia, daytime according to metabolic activity, and it decreases sitting or standing from lying position, 20 to 30% decrease. And what is the significance? It is the cardiac output that decides the rate of blood flow to the different parts of the body. Decreases in cardiac output, decrease in blood flow. So cardiac output is stroke volume into heart rate. Average heart rate is 70 beats per minute, average stroke volume 7 to 80 ml per beat, average cardiac output 5000 ml per minute. Cardiac output varies widely with the level of activity of our body. Now what is definition? Amount of blood ejected by each ventricle per minute, that is cardiac output. So it is stroke volume into heart rate. To increase cardiac output, increase stroke volume or increase heart rate or increase both. So it is shown in this picture. Now factors regulating cardiac output, that is the contractility, increased preload, left ventricular size and peripheral resistance, and I am going to discuss it about in detail. So factors affecting cardiac output is heart rate. When heart rate increases, cardiac output also increases. Any factor which changes heart rate will also changes cardiac output. And force of contraction of heart, when the force of contraction of the heart increases, stroke volume will increase, therefore cardiac output will increase. And when blood volume increases, cardiac output increases, and increased venous return also increases cardiac output. Now factors affecting heart rate are autonomic innervation, hormones, fitness level, age. And factors affecting stroke volume is heart size, fitness levels, gender, contractility, duration of contraction, preload and afterload. Factors regulating heart rate, that is age, sex, body temperature, drugs, epinephrine, norepinephrine, Bainbridge reflex, disease, increased in intracranial pressure, bradycardia and Cushing reflex, thyrotoxicosis, hypoxia, emotion and exercise, superficial and deep pain, respiration, sinus arrhythmia, etc. And the components. Under normal circumstances, heart rate is 70 times per minute. Increases in heart rate increases cardiac output, but up to limit. After it decreases due to decrease in cardiac filling, and that is shown in the graph. Factors controlling heart rate: cardiac innervation by autonomic nervous system, medullary cardiovascular centers, VMC, that is vasomotor center, and CVC, cardiovascular center. Heart rate and respiration, role of inspiratory neurons, role of baroreceptors, that is in the nucleus tractus solitarius. CVC, resting vagal tone, role of chemoreceptors in hypoxia. Regulation of heart rate, autonomic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system, stimulation is activated by stress, anxiety, excitement or exercise. Parasympathetic nervous system, stimulation is mediated by acetylcholine and opposes the SNS, slowing heart rate, and baroreceptors. So it is the diagram where we can see the baroreceptors and chemoreceptors, and it is the sympathetic and parasympathetic system and innervation in the heart. Now what is Bainbridge reflex? Bainbridge, it is an arterial reflex, a sympathetic reflex initiated by increased blood in the atria, causes stimulation of the SA node, stimulates baroreceptors in the atria, causing increased SNS stimulation. Cardiac neurotransmitter and receptors. Common neurotransmitters, acetylcholine and norepinephrine. Acetylcholine acts on muscarinic and nicotinic receptors, and norepinephrine acts on alpha 1, alpha 2, beta 1, beta 2 receptors. Now the chemical regulation of the heart. The hormones epinephrine and thyroxine increases heart rate. Hormonal regulation of blood pressure, renin, antidiuretic hormone, aldosterone, intra and extracellular ion concentration must be maintained for normal heart function. Homeostatic imbalances. Hypocalcemia, reduced ionic calcium depresses the heart. Hypercalcemia dramatically increases heart irritability and leads to spastic contraction. Hypernatremia blocks heart contraction by inhibiting ionic calcium transport. Hyperkalemia leads to heart block and cardiac arrest. Now what is minute volume? Minute volume, it is the amount of blood pumped out by each ventricle per minute. That is minute volume equals to stroke volume into heart rate. Normal value is 5 liters per ventricle per minute. The preload, it is equals end diastolic volume. And what is Frank-Starling principle? This principle illustrates the relationship between cardiac output and left ventricular end diastolic volume, or the relationship between stroke volume and right atrial pressure. And in this graph, it is seen that positive inotropic effect control and negative inotropic effect of the Frank-Starling principle. And what is Frank-Starling curve? It is a stretch of myocardium by total blood volume, body position, intrathoracic pressure, pumping activation of skeletal muscle, venous tones, etc. And this is the curve we can see. And what is Frank-Starling's principle? The Frank-Starling principle is based on the length tension relationship within the ventricle. If ventricular end diastolic volume is increased, it follows that the ventricular fiber length is also increased, resulting in an increased tension of the muscle. Cardiac output is directly related to venous return. The most important determining factor is preload. The contraction and therefore stroke volume in response to changes in venous return is called the Frank-Starling mechanism or Starling's law of the heart. It is afterload, that is end systolic wall stress or resistance. So it is shown about the afterload, and total blood flow at rest is 5800 ml per minute. Total blood flow during strenuous exercise is 17,500 per minute, ml per minute. Cardiac reserve. Cardiac reserve is the difference between resting and maximal cardiac output. Cardiac output example, this cardiac output ml per minute equals to heart rate 75 beats per minute and stroke volume. So it is 5250 ml per minute, 5.25 liter per minute.